Hi folks, this is all the fruit, and here I'm foraging my way through the pretty sizable jungle in the city center of Kuching, the biggest city in Malaysia. The first thing I found here, even before I entered the jungle, is a giant tree of Assam kumbang, Mangifera quadrifida. Look at this thing, this is well over a meter thick. A local guy is collecting the fruits here. Here we are still basically on the roadside. You can see it's a local mango, it grows very well. There are lots of young plants. He's cutting down everything that's not a mango so that he can continue collecting them. Here are the fruits of the Mangifera quadrifida. If you come to Kuching, you might wonder, well, whenever you have to leave the city, you go for over an hour, for miles and miles past endless suburbs and urban areas. The city stretches over a very large area. I think it's how much? 600-700 square kilometers. That's over 200 square miles. How can there be a big jungle in the city center? Well, let's see. Is this a pristine jungle? I doubt it. The trees would have been too valuable. Also, there are a couple hints here. Basically, you can identify a pristine or very biodiverse jungle by the sounds. Well, not by the muffled car sounds behind me, but if there are a lot of birds and insects singing, then it's a pristine jungle. Here we have birds and insects, which means this is quite a good jungle, but not enough. Basically, in a real jungle, the chorus of birds and cicadas and other insects would be deafening. Let's listen to them for a moment. You hear cicadas and birds all the time, but not too many. Also here, look at that, pineapples. Pineapple, despite loving sun as much as your next plant, can survive for quite a long time in the shade. I don't think that those have produced edible fruits for decades, but they are not native, so this is probably a garden. I don't know if the giant mango tree here has been planted or just has been left standing when the jungle was cut down. In the last decades this area was, I don't know, here are some government buildings, rich mansions, most of them abandoned, half of the government buildings abandoned. I'm not exactly sure why this area got neglected, but basically people here usually don't like to invest too much work into developing hilly areas. They prefer flat land like everybody else because it's a lot less work. So I think this stuff got abandoned in favor of flatter areas. Also, all this bamboo shows that this is not a pristine jungle. Here the plants are kind of smallish because it gets a lot of shade, but over there 30 meters away I see some really giant ones, much thicker than my arms. And here they are over the ground. However, when I talked to this old guy, he said that there are also durian trees here. I saw durian trees on the neighboring hill, but the neighboring hill was, when I tried to get there, everything was fenced off. Now let's see. Here I saw something which looks like a bambagan tree. Also really giant and ancient. No, not this. Must be careful with all the scorpions and snakes and other animals. They told me to be even careful in Singapore. Inside the city there are a lot of those noxious animals, and here in Borneo, well, there are tons of them. Lots of durian trees on the other hill. Let's see, here is, I don't know what those are. Don't think they have grown on their own. I think they've been planted here or left on purpose. But here in front of me, this looks like a huge bambagan tree. Even mightier than the last mango tree I've seen. Oh, lots of gingers here in this little valley. Still no durian trees around. Look at this majestic mango tree, folks. This even dwarfs the last one. Look at this. This is like the column of a major Greco-Roman temple. This is well over 1.5 meters thick. Could be 2 meters thick. Let's put a size 45 crock here. And this is a really big size 45 crock where I can fit very easily. Look at that. Look at that. Phew. This must be like 180. I would say 175 to 180. But if somebody told me it's over 2 meters thick, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh my. What else can I find here? And how far dare I go into this jungle without a parang? Let me at least get a stick. If I find something interesting, I will film again. For the last 50 meters I've been squeezing my way through ferns, vines and spiny palm leaves. No durian trees around. Well, not on this side of the road. Trying to get back to the road, which is still like 30 meters away. This part of the jungle, I think I can't find any more fruits. I'll continue. Back on the road again. It seems like they have torn down a house here. But, well, they're gonna build a new one, probably bigger and more encroaching on nature. But the good thing for me is now I can walk around here in the open and get an insight into this jungle. Here a young Artocarpus, probably a child of this one. The juvenile trees, the juvenile leaves and the adult leaves are often very different. However, down here there is something with juvenile leaves quite similar to the ones of the parent up there. But those two here, I think they are also from its seeds. Well, let's see what else we have here. Coconuts. Urgently need some coconuts. I'm dehydrated and I've been eating durians on the market all morning. Need to be really careful. Some other quite ancient mango tree. Yeah, coconut would be really good now, but I'm afraid I'll rather find durians and stuff my face with them. Here, another mango tree. All this is not Mangifera indica, not a single one of those trees is Mangifera indica. Those are all some local jungle mangoes. In the background, no, those are not durian trees. But on that hill over there, there were a lot of durian trees. I saw them from the main road, not the little road I'm now. Here, another mango tree. Well, I'm filming against the light. This seems to be a mango tree, but those two here, they could be durians. It's not so easy to see them against the light. If they were in the other direction, I could tell you for sure at this distance. But I'm gonna go into this part of the jungle and forage a little bit. No mangoes or durians on the ground around here. Guess the trees are not in season, and I'm not even sure if those two big trees were durians. Here a glass, clear jungle stream. Still I'm reluctant to cross it, because even if there are a couple of houses, it can have a lot of nasty parasites, even if I don't see them, and a couple little wounds on my feet. There is a giant tree here, but the crown seems pretty dead. This tree with buttresses must be over 1.5 meters thick, but I am afraid when I arrive there it will not be alive. Let me try to cross the stream. The little trails usually don't go very far. Seems that there are people here, well, a lot of the people of Kuching, they come from jungle or jungle-like settings. So when they see something like this right in the city center, they totally know how to explore this jungle and forage here. Small side stream, meeting the main stream here. Sandbank seems to be stable. I'm too far upriver for dangerous crocodiles. Should be more afraid of of snakes and scorpions and spiders and maybe monitor lizards. This looks like some kumbang here, this mango. And there is lots of metal here. I don't know what this metal is. Wow. Lots of those little balls here on the ground. No, this is not mango. This is something different. But out of season. All the balls are old and rotten. There must be several of those trees. A lot of those balls on the ground. Some a bit less rotten. But I think they are all too far gone. Ah, this could be santol. Or could it be dukulangsat? Ah. Too big for dukulangsat. Well, it could be very big dukulangsat with very thick skin. Or it could be santol. This size, it's most probably santol, but it reminds me a bit of dukulangsat. Why is it not in season? Here, the jungle opens a bit. Here is this big tree. No, this is gone. So I'll go on. It's amazing. I managed to walk about 100 meters in several directions here. That's not bad for a city center jungle. Also managed to get kind of lost, and also, if I'm not mistaken, it smells of durian here. Crazy, yeah, but this is like those ancient fruit forest / secondary jungles which are quite typical for everywhere in Borneo. And this one is actually quite a good one. Quite an old one. Quite a nice, good biodiverse secondary forest. Lots of vines, lots of epiphytes. Not the same quality as a pristine jungle, but hey, we are in Kuching city center. I am on the road again, which looks like any jungle road in the middle of nowhere, but it's in the Kuching city center, as I said. Guess I won't go into the jungle anymore, because here I managed to get over 100 meters in several directions and then to get lost after I crossed the creek a couple times. Only if I see something really interesting in the jungle, I'll enter it. I think this over there could be a durian group. Here is a mango with a couple fruits hanging on it. Apart from that, I don't see anything I immediately recognize as a fruit tree. Be glad that I'm a vegetarian, not gonna eat you. Interesting, but this little road seems like you're allowed to walk in there. Well, I have to get water. I'm too dehydrated. This seems to be some seedling Mangifera indica here. I didn't ask the old guy what he was using the other mangoes for. Was he eating them? I guess he was rather using them for sambal. Yep, Mangifera indica. Oh, actually it could be mangair. It was very soft. It was green but still soft. Let's see if we have here another fruit which was eaten. If I find the fruit which is more or less intact on the ground, I will try it. This could be Mangifera laurina, folks. Nothing to sneeze on. Well, even if it's a normal Mangifera indica and there is a edible fruit on the ground, it's better than nothing. But Mangifera laurina would be a nice catch. And somebody is walking around here, look. They are trampling through the ferns. Well, away from this tree, the ferns are still intact. So there is somebody here who is appreciating this, no matter whether it's indica or laurina. Yeah, I'll keep my eyes open, folks. I'll keep my eyes open. I have to come back here tomorrow. Here I'm already on a busier road, but still, huge piece of jungle here. And on the other side it also looks promising. Wild bananas over there and a lot of other stuff behind this grassland. It's amazing, folks. The urban sprawl is going miles and miles in every direction from here. And here, less a kilometer away, is the city center and the waterfront of Kuching. And still huge jungles, well, secondary jungles. I'll definitely be back tomorrow, folks. I'll definitely be back tomorrow.